You're listening to another episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to the beautiful people.
What's up, beautiful people? It's
up?
Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy Memorial Day. We are here at the tail end of Memorial Day, entering our summer phase.
Yes.
Right? I don't believe in the calendar summer. I believe in the Memorial Day summer.
I agree. Me too.
Right? Even the June school year. June in school, once you're done with your standardized tests, it's all fun and games.
Yes. Yeah, even before that.
Yeah, it's summertime. There is a phase of school where it's like, oh, this is winter break time, where everyone's like in the winter break mode. June in after Memorial Day, you're in summertime, no matter where you are.
I mean, sure, yeah, in America, I guess.
Yeah, yes, in America. I guess no matter where you are, I'm thinking of the tri-state area. Yes. As far as Funk Flex airwaves went. Yes. When I say anywhere in the world, sometimes I have this stupid entitlement that I go, wherever you can listen to.
As far as the world, as far as you can see. As far as Funk Flex's airwaves travel.
Sometimes the world ends to me where Funk Flex, where you can't get him. Where all of a sudden he becomes static. Kingdom. That's my kingdom. Anything that Funk Flex touches is part of your kingdom.
So I do think about that because I grew up on New York City radio.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy Memorial Day, everyone. It was funny seeing these people that are like, well, did you ever think about what Memorial Day really is about?
Where was that?
On the comments. I had a like American flag in bio
on
type people that are just
on
like
the video
annoyed.
We posted about Memorial Day.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's like, these people are so strange because it's like, you want me to do an acknowledgement every time I speak about it? Is that what you want?
Yeah, they're losers.
Yeah.
I mean,
they also are the people that don't like if somebody's like, I'm doing a land acknowledgement or like I'm acknowledging that we're on like Native American soil or something like that. They hate those people. They want me to do a Memorial Day acknowledgement.
They follow a very interesting set of rules that doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It's beautiful. They live in
and I understand the land acknowledgement more than just I need to do this Memorial Day acknowledgement.
Well, I think that they just want to argue with someone.
Yes.
I think that these people are out here just wanting to.
They saw us having fun on clips.
Oh, God forbid we have fun.
Yeah.
God, I think they just want to go. Oh, you don't know.
Yes.
Some people go workout classes. Some people work out through the keyboard, Rob.
Yeah. That's frustrating.
Yeah. It is very.
But happy Memorial Day weekend. So share the pod with a friend, please. It's nice seeing people that have left this area and they're like, this makes me miss home. This makes me miss Jersey. There's a lot of people I saw that were reposting the Memorial Day clip that were like, I wish I was in Jersey this weekend. And they weren't. That
is nice.
So it was nice to they're like, wherever I'm at now, I didn't realize that this wasn't a big holiday. Like,
yeah.
So it was validating for them, I guess. So if you have a friend that has moved away from the tri-state area, what's the third state? Pennsylvania or Connecticut?
This we'll never know, Rob. I have no idea. I'm assuming Connecticut.
I don't want Connecticut involved.
Why?
Because I don't fuck with Connecticut like that.
You don't fuck with Connecticut?
No, Connecticut is not the same as New Jersey and New York.
Yeah, it's different. I mean,
I also even think upstate New York.
Can I tell you a secret, Rob?
What?
They don't get the
and South Jersey. Well, that's what it really is.
Yes, the radio waves.
Like there's parts of northwestern New Jersey that I would say I don't really fuck with. Parts of South Jersey that I don't really fuck with. Parts of Long Island I don't really fuck with.
So we need
parts of upstate.
So the tri-state needs to get
more
specific.
The greater metro area, yeah, and also Connecticut. I don't relate to the Connecticut people. You don't. I would say relate to Connecticut.
No, I have a hard feud with Connecticut.
Yeah,
with the Frank Pepe.
Yeah,
he's one of my arch nemesis.
Yes, right? I don't know. I don't think it's all encapsulating.
Well, I guess
a region, and if we're gonna make it, then I think we can open it up to more states. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Delaware,
throw Rhode Island in there.
Pennsylvania,
You don't
Rhode
think I like
Island.
Rhode Island?
Obviously, I like Rhode Island more than Connecticut.
You don't gotta tell me, man.
Much more.
You know, the food, the attitude.
Yeah, how are you not 4 states then? If you're going to include Connecticut, it's almost offensive not to include Rhode Island.
I think that they just made it up based on.
It's the same peninsula.
It is the same peninsula. Yeah.
So
I think that they just made it. They had to make a word where everyone would feel included.
I guess.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I think that they should just call it New York radio and have people from other states listening.
I agree.
Now that's the move. How we feel in New York and
Yeah.
Connecticut starts cheering.
Yes.
That's what it should be.
Yes.
That would be incredible if we never invented this word tri-state area and it was just like it's a beautiful night here in New York. Let's roll those windows down. Let's turn those radios up. And someone was in New Haven. They're like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, that was what I had to do.
100%.
That's what your life is.
But I guess they got enough calls from people. I'm in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Why can't you say Connecticut? And then they started
Tri-state
saying,
area.
they probably started saying, shout out New Jersey, shout out.
You think tri-state area came from the radio?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
100%. In my mind,
That's
I have
what it
zero
is.
factual
Yeah,
information,
yeah.
but in my mind, it came from the radio and how far it goes.
Yes. Radio is a big part of my life growing up. And I guess we're radio now.
We're radio. We're radio. I know.
But you had to listen to people from where you are, talking about where you are.
And they would talk about
now
cool
you can
things.
listen to whoever. Now it's celebrities.
Well, that's what's cool about people that move away, that they get to listen to us here.
Yes, yeah, that is. You're right.
Yeah, that is really
we kind
awesome.
of do a little bit of a radio show.
It's 100% a radio show, right?
Yes.
It's just
But not
formatted.
everyone is that. Not all podcasts are that.
No, some are very
the celeb
informational.
podcasts.
The celeb podcasts are not radio
the
shows.
informational podcasts.
Yeah.
Maybe we get the call-ins back.
Well, yeah, we are a true radio. Yeah,
When we have call-ins, and it's a lot more of a radio show.
Yeah, maybe we get the old school fake. Remember how bad the fake prank phone calls were, where you knew someone was in on it?
Oh yeah, I
It
always
was-
liked them
Yeah, me too.
because it's comedy on the radio. It's fun.
I was about the ruse. I was about pretending, hey, I gotta call my girlfriend and say that I forgot to buy her a ticket.
It was also always
ticket
a
to Puerto
person
Rico
on
when
the
we're going.
radio. It was like a radio host's close friend.
It's like, hey, this is Elvis Duran, and I'm here
Yeah.
with your boyfriend who forgot to buy you a trip to the all-inclusive that you're supposed to go to on Friday. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It was like, if that happened to me, I'd be like, baby, what?
Yeah, and
let's
they would
talk
always
off
fight.
mic.
Yeah.
I would literally be like, let's talk off mic. I would be so poised and then be like, let's talk about this later.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't like that.
It was incredible, the fake radio
But there was
shows.
their time to shine.
We need to get some more fake drama on the show.
Us, I'm down.
Get some people, even if it's phony.
Yeah, I mean, I have no shortage of fake drama or drama people
To call
to
in.
bring on. Yeah, I guess to call in would be fun.
To call in.
Like recurring drama to call in.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, so
I would love to get the call-ins back.
cool. So we could do that. We lost our phone number.
Yeah, we did out of misuse
We
or
did.
no
Not
use.
misuse. No
Yes.
use. We weren't out here.
No, we weren't
misusing- we weren't prank calling
pranking.
sleepies.
I wish.
We weren't just slamming the numbers.
Did you do pranks as a child
I didn't do it as a child.
or as a teen? Not a child.
One of the most embarrassing things was the first prank call I ever made. I called Sleepies and I started making sex jokes about the mattress if it could handle humping.
Okay.
And the person on the other line goes, "Sir, you're too old for this."
Okay.
And it ripped my soul from me.
Well, you weren't.
I wasn't. I would do it now.
You weren't. It is kind of TikTok ruined a lot of prank stuff.
With what?
Just it's overblown,
Yeah.
and I don't think there's not the prank. The focus should be funny first,
Yeah.
not mean or rude. You want to get there has to be a joke in the prank somewhere. I think.
You can't just. Here's what the problem with pranks are. People do pranks just to evoke an emotion out of the other person
Yes.
rather than to evoke joy.
Yes.
So I learned this early when I was a kid. For April Fools, I pretended I was choking at the dining room table with my grandma, and I wasn't. And my grandma said, "Why would you do that?" I said, "It was April Fools. It was a fun prank." She goes, "Fun pranks have to have a fun aspect."
Yes, I agree.
My grandma taught me that lesson.
Yes. Pranks. My friend was
Then she
really
spanked the shit out of me.
And not all the ones I did maybe were And I wouldn't really do a lot of them. My friend was really good at prank phone calling.
Oh, I know.
And we would all go on like Google Voice. You could all go on Skype and you could get a Google Voice number and then just call random places.
Oh my God.
And then you could be, so he would call Walmarts and then just pretend like he was an old man and he lost his grandson and they would be walking or on the thing. It's just funny as a kid to get them to be like on the loudspeaker looking for this guy 5 or 6 times, I
guess. Would it be a funny name or?
Yeah, he would have funny names. He had a bunch of funny names.
Yeah. You need some aspect of it.
He would pretend that he would call Best Buy Genius Squad and say that there was a giant penis on the screen when he opened his computer. I don't know what's happening.
That's funny.
What's going on?
Yeah.
I can't get it off. This is embarrassing.
Company's
my
on the
child.
way.
And they would be like, they would be confused. One time he pretended he was lost in the ventilation system of a hotel and they're looking for him with the phone call. Yeah, that he got lost. He was looking for his grandson in the ventilation system.
Oh my God.
Sir, please. That may be a little mean.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's probably a little stressful.
He would ask for like a crazy specific like room service order for the next morning. Like an egg sandwich with all these crazy specific things or whatever delivered to XYZ room. Yeah. And then we prank phone called. I think I've talked about this. I prank phone called we went on a senior trip.
And you did.
We prank phone called all the rooms on our senior trip. We went down, wrote all the people's names and their room number, and then we would call. My friend would call them and say that, when do you want your fruit and cheese basket delivered? A $65 fruit and cheese basket, and they would all go, fruit and cheese? I didn't order any fruit and cheese. And then we would go, and then we know every person in our grade.
Sure.
So you would just say a different person in the room and be like, so Katie ordered it, and we know we're on the phone with Sarah.
Yes.
So like, all right, Katie ordered the fruit and cheese. Katie, why did you order the fruit and cheese basket?
I didn't
order it.
Yeah.
And then they would come to the phone. Then we would say like, oh, you can't cancel it, because everybody got a $100 gift card. So we would be like, well, we have to charge your card no matter what. Also, we're calling these people at like 11 p.m. in Disney World.
Sure.
And it's like, on what planet or 1 a.m.
Are they sending
could they be doing like room calls at 1 a.m.? Most people, like, you can't get unprompted from the front desk call at 1 a.m. in Disney World.
No.
This is a family vacation. Like, if you were of actual family, you would get
annoyed.
Yeah, of course.
And
this is the hospitality center of the world, I guess. At the time.
At the time.
2011.
Yeah, that is the prime of Disney.
Yeah.
I watched this video recently about Disney, and they listed all the things you get with the hotel, and they go, this is the saddest video ever, because you get none of these for free anymore when you stay at a hotel.
There was a time where it was like, it felt crazy that you were getting more and more.
You get free hotel pickup, you get fast pass, you get the a cup that you could fill up in the parks.
Yeah.
You would get transportation all around. You would get like drop off of your luggage and stuff. All this stuff was free early and late park hours.
Yes.
And now you have to pay for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
And you go, this is the fall of Disney World.
Yeah, I can see that. But it was very fun. I mean, the teachers came in and they were like giggling their ass off in our room.
That's nice.
And
wholesome fun.
Yeah, they're giggling and they're like, they take our phone and they also take the phone. So like you can't make phone calls anymore, which you can. You can just use speakerphone. You don't need the actual physical phone when you're in Disney. You can just go dial and then it comes through the speaker.
Yeah, yeah.
So then they leave and then we get a phone call like a half hour later and they're like, we just have a PSA that there's an extremely poisonous frog that has been let go in all of Saratoga Springs. Psh, we have an extremely poisonous frog. And we're like, McCluskey, we know this is you. Like, I know this is you for sure. And they're like, and then they hang up. We're like, that was weird.
And that's your teacher.
Yeah. Then 15 minutes go by and a fucking green frog jumps out of my friend's bed. So they came in the room and when they were giggling, they like had the frog in their hand and they put it in the bed.
Oh my God.
So it was a pretty good prank.
If you found it in that moment, it would have been screams.
Yeah. But we still were like, what the fuck? That's crazy. And then we realized what they were doing.
Yeah,
that's
crazy.
Yeah, it was fun. I guess there can be fun pranks. I don't know why I got down this rabbit hole. Oh, the
radio.
The radio. Yeah, as far as the world can see.
As far as the world can see. But yeah, it is cool. I think that what is nice is we extend beyond the tri-state area, we'll say.
Yes.
And that people
come home and listen to the show.
Yeah. I think that is a beautiful thing.
So please tell other friends, if you have friends that have moved away or feel disconnected with their heritage, and they like listening to this show, or they like the clips that you send, and it's like, oh my God, that's so true. I miss Jersey. I miss the city. Yeah, let them know.
Well,
spread the word of the show.
I was away. I went to Pennsylvania for the weekend, and I'm back.
Oh, I told somebody.
I'm
like, oh, Sebastian went away, Central PA. And they're like, oh, shit, Central PA? And I was like, no. He wishes.
It could be more than
Sebastian just went to Central PA for the Memorial Day weekend. They're like, oh, that. Wow, he's doing great. I'm like, no, not quite Central PA.
Central PA. No, so I went away. And the thing I was... When I leave New York, the thing I'm so excited, the first thing I want when I get home from New York, the thing I miss the most when I'm not in New York City is the water.
Yeah.
I come home and I'll instantly go to the sink and chug a big glass of water.
Yeah, it's
and
the best.
It just goes down my throat. I go, I fucking took you for granted.
Yes.
I forget how good I have it.
To me, also, like, New York water is water, and then these other places, like, flavor it weird.
Exactly.
Like, this doesn't have... It's almost flavorless.
Yes.
But maybe I'm just so used to drinking it.
No, Robbie.
Because you go other places, and there's a distinct flavor, and it's a bad flavor.
Stank. They
and
put
I'm
some
like,
stank or some zest on it.
Maybe, like, it's the opposite. If you grew up drinking that, and then you drink this, it feels flavored. But to me, this is just water.
You ever catch a well water?
This is also tap water. I filled this up like 5 times today.
You ever catch well water and you're like, whose dreams are coming true from this shit?
Oh yeah, no.
I might as well go throw it in the reservoir.
No, I don't know.
Whose dreams are coming through? I wish upon a well. Have you tasted the product of that?
Yeah.
So I come home.
Like, this has no flavor to me.
To wake up in the middle of the night, I was so high all weekend, and to have like dry mouth.
Yeah.
And so I run to the bath. I go, oh, let me go to the bathroom, get some water, and go, no, I can't because I'm not in freaking New York City.
Oh, yeah, no.
I go to the bathroom, I put one in my mouth, I have to spit it out.
Yeah, you got to get a water bottle.
And that's why water bottles exist.
Yes. Yeah, you're right.
It's like I didn't realize how good we have it till I leave. And then I come home.
Yeah, it's the same quality as water bottle. I prefer the tap water more than most water bottle water.
Me too. I mean, I just always drink tap water. Yeah. I have a Brita and I don't even care really.
Yeah.
I was so excited to do that. But I was a nature boy all weekend.
That's nice.
Oh yeah, I saw the trees.
How was it? How were they?
The trees?
Yeah.
They were good. I'm really bad in nature. I'm really bad.
What makes you bad?
There was a bear spotting.
Okay.
And so there was this kid working. And I was driving the car, and he was working in, like, this huge wooded area, like a half mile away. So I rolled down the window to tell the kid. I go, hey, just so you know, someone saw a bear around here. Okay. And he goes.
Sebastian already becomes park ranger.
Terrified. I'm out here terrified, Robbie. I thought I'm helping the kid.
Yes, you are.
He's a high school kid raking leaves in the middle of the woods.
Okay.
And so he's, like, cleaning out a ditch. And I go, hey, just so you know, there's a bear there. There was a bear out here. And he goes, all right. And I go, okay. I go, what are you going to do if a bear comes? He goes, I'm not getting near it. And then he turned his back to me.
I'm sure there's a bear sighting a lot.
That's what I realized. I go, yeah. I'm such a baby.
Yeah.
Of course. They must see bears on the regular.
I mean, I don't know if they're seeing them on the regular or hearing that somebody saw them on the regular.
Yeah, he's like, I just won't get near him. Like, he didn't even want the warning.
It's not even like you saw it. You just heard somebody saw it.
Yeah.
You're 4 people away from the bear.
I'm telling
He's like, all right.
That a bear existed.
You have more degrees of separation to Kim Kardashian than this bear. I don't, yeah.
No, this bear, and I'm out here telling people there's a bear.
Yeah. I mean, I get why he was kind of chill about it.
He was very chill.
What is he going to do? He's got a rake.
He's got a rake, I guess. No, yeah, but I'm just not.
So you're just thinking about the bear, though?
Yeah, I'm thinking about the bear when I'm there. Then I have to drive home through. Everyone goes, oh, aren't you scared driving in Brooklyn? No, I'm scared driving on a windy road in the middle of the country.
Yeah, I agree.
Like when people go, oh, you drive in Brooklyn to
where there's street lights,
where there's lights
and traffic lights.
Imagine I got a flat tire.
Yeah,
I don't know. 100 people walk by within 10 minutes and could help me if I needed.
Yes,
and they would.
Yeah.
If I got stopped on a country road, and someone drove by, I would turn off the lights off and hide. Who knows what psycho this is?
Yeah. Know people is scarier than a lot of people.
Yes, 1,000%.
And more heavily dense places end up being more safe per capita than not.
New York City per capita is much safer than a place.
Yeah, of course.
Like in the middle.
Like
of the
not
woods.
even close.
And so I was,
which is crazy. They're able to get rid of this, like away with this propaganda.
I know.
The opposite, because it's not. I mean, I feel way safer here.
Yeah, and
for sure.
Please, I walked by a guy with a shotgun.
Yeah, a random ass dude.
A random dude. I don't know his mental health.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
Yeah, that is scary.
And so I'm driving down these roads, and all the anxiety is just running through my head.
Okay.
Because it's just like absolutely. I would rather drive in anywhere in New York. Also, if I get in an accident in New York, it's a fender bender.
Yes.
Because you're driving 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
If you get in an accident in the middle of country road on a windy country road, you're hitting someone head on going dead. 45, 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So my anxiety is just, I have a knot in my stomach. I'm listening to the radio. Why I'm bringing up the radio is because I was trying to listen to the radio. It was just static because I couldn't get good radio out there. So it must not be in the tri-state area.
No. You're Central PA.
Central PA.
That's a different.
Not tri-state.
But it's not Midwest either.
No.
I don't know what it is. Northeast, I guess.
Yeah, they must have some.
Because they're closer to Ohio at a certain point.
I wasn't, but yes, they are close to Ohio. Yeah. And I realized Pittsburgh is really close to West Virginia.
Kentucky. Oh, yeah, West Virginia.
West Virginia, which is
extremely close.
Their culture is closer to West Virginia than like the Northeast.
Yes, for sure.
Which blew my mind. But I had a knot in my stomach. And then it made me think about this new Final Destination movie that came out, which is all about accidents happening. And I want to know who this Final Destination movie is for.
People who loved 1 through 5.
This is true.
It's Final Destination 6.
It's for people that love the old ones.
Yeah.
But who is even the original for? Because for me, as a person with extreme anxiety, to watch a movie where all the anxieties come true, where accidents happen and they kill you, one, I go, babe, I already thought of it. I watched the movie. I go, this is rookie stuff, you know? Two, am I watching it just to go, see, I wasn't wrong for feeling anxiety?
I don't know. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Because I do remember at the time.
Well, we have to say anxiety came before Final Destination.
But I do remember at the time people would go overboard with the Final Destination.
You
would be on a bus. They go, oh, Final Destination. There's a log in front of us. Oh, Final Destination. I think it also showed people all these creative freak ways that people could die.
To die.
That you see physically happen.
Are we a generation full of anxiety people because of Final Destination?
I mean, I think maybe the level that it went to. Maybe there were certain people that were like worried people that were like any small, tiny little thing could kill you.
I was worried. I was a worried person.
Because it wasn't like, I think it was lost on them that it's like, oh, they evaded death in the beginning and then it's coming for them, kind of like the Grim Reaper.
Yes.
But then people would just be like, they would just pull out Final Destination. I remember when I was a kid, out of fucking anything. And I'm like, all right, we're not going to die. But we could. But Final Destination. They would say Final Destination too.
Final Destination. That's what that was like a big when anxiety happens.
But that's what they would say. Was that not your experience a little bit?
People would bring up Final Destination, but no one would use it as a catchphrase, which is incredible. But like, just to be like,
what if you saw like a log on the end of a pickup truck? They would be like, Final Destination, that could kill us.
Yeah, I
guess. like small little thing. I'm trying to think of something else.
I guess for me, I would just think anxiety, but I love adding this exclamation.
They would justify it with Final Destination.
It was a way to have anxiety culturally, and it was appropriate.
Yes.
It was a way that normalized it. Did it normalize anxiety, or did it bring upon anxiety? Final Destination.
I think it brought upon more anxiety because you saw so many unique and strange ways that people die. Whereas I think like the news,
the tanning bed must have been a nightmare for your Jersey culture.
I never seen any of the movies.
She gets stuck in one,
but I'm sure that it was brought up. Yeah, of course.
I never went in a tanning bed, not for skin cancer, because I didn't want to get
Final Destination. But this is real. I think that people really, I think Final Destination has some influence on the like super specific anxiety.
Yeah.
Maybe like moms worry about their kids.
I mean, I grew up with a mom who told me, look, that's there could be a man hiding under your car that cut your Achilles tendons, and then he could do whatever you want.
That's crazy too. But I also grew up with parents that were like, you could get kidnapped, or your neighbors anybody could
1,000%.
kidnap you. This person, you can't trust anybody.
Well, they did grow up. I will give this: the parents of the '70s did grow up with kidnappers and serial killers.
Okay.
My parents went out during the Summer of Sam.
Okay.
In New York City, making out in cars.
Yeah.
So every time they made out, this is the thing.
But they did that, so then they have to give you that freedom.
100%.
Yeah.
But they also probably heard it from them.
Yes.
My parents, I think they have true love because they were willing to make out in a car in Brooklyn during the Summer of Sam, where the guy was going up and murdering people making out in cars.
Yeah. That's also hot. High stakes. The higher the... I'm not saying your parents... Whatever, but the higher the stakes,
Overload.
if there's danger, that's kind of hot.
So we should. So there should.
And
be
that's not like that's like a far away danger. Like there's probably
Summer
a
of Sam?
1 in 1,000, maybe 1 in 5,000 chance that you die.
We're making the numbers up, but I mean, it was happening in Brooklyn.
How many people made out? How many people died? How many people died from Summer of Sam?
It must have been a low makeout summer. You think Summer of Sam was a higher makeout summer or a lower makeout summer based on the danger?
Same.
You think it was the same?
To me, I would be interested to do it.
You hear Summer of Sam that he's murdering people, make out in the summer. You go, bring it to me. Let's make out. And you kiss a girl and you
maybe
go,
if I was drunk, especially if I was drunk.
and you go, you're worth the risk.
I wouldn't go to the place where he's like slaughtering people. Like,
You're
let's
worth
go
the
there.
risk, babe.
But it's kind of hot.
I mean, yeah, it adds danger.
Yeah. A little
It
bit
adds
of
a
danger.
little, not taboo, but like
Yeah.
a little like, oh, we shouldn't.
Did I tell you? So I like to make out, as we know.
This is a makeout podcast.
So it is.
I
yeah,
honestly
of course.
wish that we could talk and like provide makeout music.
Tips? Oh,
Yeah.
music. I don't do music.
You don't ever do music.
No, not really. If she wants music, I'll do music.
I mean, this is one.
You do music?
Well, we've gotten that big
Lyrics?
argument about this.
Lyrics?
You want to listen to a song, and I was like, no, I don't want to listen to this.
Oh, because it was a makeout song.
Because
for
it was
you.
on my makeout playlist.
What song?
It was Juke Jams.
Oh, yeah. You would have listened to Juke Jam with me.
I go, bro.
Like, I'm not going to kiss you.
I know, but we're in the car. We're listening
You
to
can't
Juke
listen
Jam.
to Juke Jam.
Here's the
We
thing.
used to roll at the rink.
Don't even start
He
singing.
can't.
It's going to be
It brings
Pavlovian
back
dog
too
effect.
many memories.
My lips are getting wet just from hearing the song.
He needed to change it.
Bro,
Especially we're on the bridge.
We're on the bridge. Look at the most beautiful city in the world, and this kid puts on Juke Jams, my makeout, on my makeout playlist, and I go turn it off, and he goes, "What are you scared? What are you scared? You're gonna want to kiss?" I go, "No, I just have
You
an
were
association.
scared.
I'm not gonna start making out with you on the lower level of the Manhattan Bridge." I think I'm good on that.
He could not be in my presence and have Juke Jam playing with a nice view.
It was too much.
It was too much.
I mean, here's the thing: if you have makeout songs that associate with it, you don't want to listen with your boys.
I don't know. I don't have them.
Well, that's why you couldn't wrap your head around this.
I can't wrap my head.
You
I
couldn't
can't.
wrap your head, and then
Did you listen to it outside of that?
not
That's
once
it.
it got there.
Okay, once it got there,
Here's the
it
thing.
went straight there.
Once a song goes on the makeout playlist, it stays there forever.
Okay. It
It
can't
can't go back.
Interesting.
It can't go back. You can't save that song,
Yeah.
especially when it's associated with someone.
Yeah.
And you're
Oh,
like-
all right. If you had one, all right. Can you use the same makeout song for different people? All right. Once new relationship, new playlist.
Do you want the answer that I want to tell the world, or do you want the truth? Because I'll tell you this.
I want to know if you can, how deep into the relationship until you need to swipe clean new playlist entirely, or do you think people go 2-year relationship, like I can use the same playlist, multiple 2-year relationships?
Same playlist.
You do think so?
You
It's
can't
more
have
about
the
them
same
than
song.
them. That's so funny. It's more about you.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like I feel good making out to this. I don't really care what you like.
When is a person sexy? When they're feeling sexy.
You're right. That's true.
So what are we doing?
That's true.
I'm putting on music to set the mood. I light a candle for me, not for them.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't want to smell my room. You know what
you're
I want to
right.
smell? I
Nice
don't know.
smells. Yeah, yeah.
A candle my mom gave me for Christmas. Nothing more romantic than going over a 35-year-old guy's house and he lights a candle. A Yankee candle his mom got him for Christmas. Hold on, let me set the mood. And I opened like the shopping bag she got me the candle in. I opened, ooh, yeah, balsam fir.
Hold on, I gotta call my mother.
Yeah, hold on. Mom, using the candle.
Yeah. Why'd you get balsam fir? I said. I don't even know.
I wanted
different-
cranberry.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, no. I try. Yeah, I try not to use Yankee candles in the bedroom.
Okay. Oh, you want a little more elevated.
I just need something more. I think Yankee Candle is, I don't know.
That's for the living room.
That's for the living
Or the
room.
kitchen.
That's for the kitchen, the
Okay.
bathroom. The bedroom,
No Yankee
it's
Candle.
too much Great Aunt vibe.
Okay.
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I agree.
Like, we don't need Yankee Candles in the bedroom.
I agree.
We need a brands that you've never heard of.
Yeah. Which a candle, Yankee Candle better than no candle?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, that's like face wash. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
okay, I see.
you're using, I don't know, what's the most generic face wash that you could use?
Yeah.
It's probably the stuff we use.
I use Kiehl's.
Maybe
So.
maybe you were out on
Speak
an
for
island
yourself.
this weekend. You
You're
use
Tropez.
Kiehl's? You use Kiehl's?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since COVID.
Okay, slut.
I used to use Kiehl's.
Okay, queen. Go off Kiehl's since
I was
COVID.
a Kiehl's king for sure.
Wow.
But I don't use the lotion as much as I should.
You're saving.
But I do use
He's
the face.
investing.
But I wash my face maybe 4 or 5 times a week. I forget to.
4 or 5 times a week.
Because it's in the
Or a
shower.
month.
So I don't always shower in my shower.
You think anyone ever snagged a squeeze of the Kiehl's?
Maybe. Let them.
We'll let them.
I don't really care.
Would you let me try the Kiehl's one day?
You want to try it? Yeah. If
You let me try it?
Yeah. You can try it. It's nice. It's rejuvenating. Not to do an ad for Kiehl's. But I was thinking about this. So with the playlist and everything, you can't ask your friends that are in long relationships and be like, how often do you guys have sex? This is something that I'm interested in.
Oh.
Like for myself, not that I'm having a lot of sex, obviously.
No, it's not obvious to listeners, Rob.
Okay, I'm not having pretty much any sex, but I would feel like that you would want to be having sex in a relationship, and I've heard like once a week is a good number of having sex in a serious relationship.
I don't know.
So, but I'm curious because I'm like, I think I'm like, I haven't been in a relationship in 10 years. I would think maybe more than once a week, or like, I'm sure there's people that want to have it more than once a week.
Well, I think there's a phase.
Or once you start living together, and I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate. But then I'm like, I have zero sex. So once a week is more than I'm having now. Yeah. But I'm just like thinking, I don't know. And you can't ask people and go, how often do you guys have sex?
I think other couples ask each other.
They do.
I think that's
like a
because
combo.
we're not in a couple, we don't get that privilege.
We don't get that.
But
because then I seem pervy a little bit.
100%. But if you were with someone else, then you would be comparing your numbers versus theirs.
Yes.
You're like literally the guy outside the window going, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And it's like, oh, you don't understand. The once a week is actually a lot, I think.
That's what you'll catch from someone.
Yeah. It's different. That's what I heard. It changes. Things change.
Well, things do change.
But I want to know, and if I can ask this, but I'll just ask the listeners because they can tell me, I guess.
Here we go.
But I want to know, are people in relationships making out for a long time too? Or like, do you have a nice makeout session at least once a week, twice a week, where you just like,
I hope
you
so.
and the other person make out for an hour? Because that's always been part of my experience, even from high school.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, I'm like, if we're like romantically involved, we're making out hour-long makeout session at least once a week, twice a week. Like when almost every time we hang out,
It's
if
a
we're
long
like
makeout.
if we have access to like a private room, we're making out.
Once you said if we have access to a private
Like
room,
our own bed or like our own room or own apartment.
Teenage years.
No, I mean that's what it is a little bit.
I know.
But like, also then people have roommates and like whatever.
But yeah.
So if you have the ability to have some alone time, that's a better way to frame it.
That's...
So if you have some alone time, I'm all about are we making out? Like I don't even care. Obviously it's nice to have sex, but I can get a lot out of a 2-hour makeout session.
Me too, Rob.
So
I would so be open to just having a makeout buddy.
Yeah.
Is that crazy to say?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. No, not that crazy. I
mean, I just don't even need. Sometimes I just want to be with the beautiful person, put on juke jam and make out.
You used to roll at the rink.
Like sometimes that's what the mood needs.
I agree. Like that would be almost more sad. Like I could have sex once a week, but we make out for an hour 3 times a week. But I don't know. When do you have these conversations? Do they just fall into it? Do you go like
in a
third
relationship?
date? Are you like, hey, by the way, like I view my life as having sex once a week and making out 3 times a week.
Some
like,
people will bring it up. Be like,
they do bring that up.
I have healthy sexual appetites.
Okay, so that gets
they'll
brought
equate
up.
it back to food.
Appetite.
And then I go, you don't gotta tell me about appetite, babe.
Interesting.
Yeah, some people bring that
They
up.
do bring that up.
And I think people also go through phases. Like you go through phases probably where you have sex a ton, and then the sex none, and then sex back and forth, you know?
Yeah.
And then I think
You got to make it interesting. But you also got to make them, you got to flirt.
Exactly.
So you have to flirt every day.
Here's the thing. I think when people move in, their sex life goes down because then you start doing the routines, start doing mundane stuff together. It's not all about this fun, flirty energy between the two of you.
Yeah. I could flirt every day, I think.
When you live with someone and you start doing chores and you have to get work done and who didn't do this, who didn't do that, it becomes a little harder, Rob. You have to be more intentional about it.
I would imagine that you're flirting every day.
Yeah, but that's me.
You're a silly guy. You like to be.
Here's the thing, silly and flirts, the line is so thin.
Yeah.
The line for
you're trying to make her laugh every day.
Yeah, and is that flirting?
That's flirty. Yeah.
So then I guess
Make her smile.
I want to flirt with the world.
You do flirt with the world. And I think I do a little bit too.
Right? So yes, I do want to have fun like that.
Every day.
Yeah, as long as but then all of a sudden the person then starts realizing, oh, Seb has anxiety, Seb has this, Seb has that, you know?
Yes.
It's not just all fun.
No, not all roses and butterflies, of course.
No, you've been around me. Of course. You know, some days I'm feeling low.
Sure.
Some days I fight the devil. I don't joke about that. When I say fight the devil.
When you do, okay.
Yeah. So that, and also then they fight the devil in their way.
That's, comes in waves.
That's why it depends where you are in life.
Yeah.
And I think that, I don't know. But as single people, we're not allowed to ask married people how much they hook up.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just
I don't want to be like creepy.
We can't.
But
it's none of
our. And I also will sound rude.
You just want to know.
Because I'm gonna be like, oh, that's so low. I feel like, but that's rude.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. This is what I'm thinking
about. It's not like you
about.
and I are either of these guys that are going out and hooking up all
No,
weekends.
no. That's not my life.
Neither of us.
No, that's never really been my life.
No.
No, I've been pretty celibate, which is what it is. But I was thinking about that. I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think every relationship is different, and you live in the ones that you want to, Rob.
That's true.
Which is beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing.
I'm trying to get more open-minded to potentially being in a relationship. For the first time in so long.
Yeah, that's nice, Rob.
Yeah. Or dating with intention.
I think that's good.
Yeah. That would be a nice goal for myself.
Yeah, I think that I'm in a place where if I just had a little more money or something.
Yeah.
If I had a little
time or money.
I'm 35 now. At a certain point, I hit a point where, oh, he doesn't have potential. It's like, oh, he's. At what point does the banana to go from green to brown?
I don't know.
I got to catch that right wave.
Yeah. I think there's still potential. I don't know. It's the world. There's like so many factors.
Sure.
Of what's going on.
No, I know.
So it's a complicated puzzle.
It is. It's one of the most complicated puzzles.
Very, very complicated. And it just gets harder every day. But no, I was thinking about that. I love kissing, obviously. And I'm like, I would hope that, because I'm thinking about how people only have sex once a week. I'm like, I would hope the making out, even like ideally once a day, but maybe not that.
Just a nice.
Because when you first start dating someone, you hook up almost every time you see them.
Yeah. Yeah. You hook up often. You're making out all the time.
Yeah, you're making out. It's very flirty. So I'm like, oh, that kind of dies down.
You wake up, you make out in the morning.
And then even my ex, like it was kind of long distance. So it's like when you see each other, you're excited to see each other.
Yeah.
You at least make out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, do people make out every day?
I mean, I was in a long relationship. I'm just being more respectful right now and not talking in specifics.
Yeah.
But I like being respectful.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think that's not all my business to share.
Yes.
Right? I want to be that way. So, so that's nice. I mean, I think I'm at a place that, because I Googled online, why do people find love during the summer? Why do summer flings exist?
Yeah.
Why do people find summer love?
Summer loving happened so fast.
Yes.
Summer loving had me a blast.
And I'm literally looking up scientific research on why summer loving happens.
I love that. Better girl crazy for me.
Whoa.
I love that song.
Danny Zuko.
I love Danny Zuko.
You do?
Yes. For sure.
Very cool.
Very cool. Danny Zuko is the precursor to Troy Bolton.
Because he could
Danny
do both.
Zuko walked so Troy Bolton could run.
A sexy man could do both.
Yes.
A sexy Danny
It's just
Zuko,
basketball,
Troy Bolton.
And, yeah, exactly.
You need two
basketball
things.
and cars.
You need two things that don't go together.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all guys need is two things that they go, how could he do both?
100%.
That's literally it.
Yeah, it's the same. I think it's the same story.
Poetry and weightlifting.
It's the exact.
You win.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Just two things that you go, wow, he has a duality. He has a side to him that I wouldn't expect.
100%.
Right?
Musical theater and cars.
That's
I
it.
love it. Yeah.
Truly. Robbie, we might have cracked the code of male hotness.
Of course. I've cracked
What
it
do you
every
mean, of
day.
course?
I crack it every day.
Of course, he says. He doesn't get excited.
What about improv and weed?
No.
They go together.
Those are too close.
Those are the same thing.
Those are the same thing because
Okay.
both of them are aimless. and both of them you get this reaction from. Oh, yeah.
How old are you again?
Yeah. No, those two things don't go together, Rob.
Okay.
You need
Racing cars and dancing, singing and dancing.
two different things.
Yeah, you're right.
We need two.
And then basketball, singing and dancing.
two different
Yeah,
things.
for
You get
sure.
two different you go
Cool things.
How
Two
are
cool
those not the
things.
same person?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all we need.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'm thinking of Gilmore Girls instantly. Jess, one of the hottest guys, right? He was a troublemaker, loved to read.
Okay.
There you go. That's the two things.
Loves trouble and reading.
That's all you needed.
Yeah, you're
It doesn't
right.
even need to be two good things.
Yeah, you're right.
It just needs to be two
Different things.
that don't go together.
Yes. One a little bit. One that's soft and sexy.
Yes.
One that's edgy and sexy.
That's all you need.
But basketball's not that edgy.
But there's some
It's
like
different.
yeah, I think you could do better. It's
Yeah.
different. There's a masculinities around basketballs.
Yeah.
A
But
little
no,
bit.
I love Danny Zuko. He's cool.
Interesting. So
Great character. One of my favorites.
in my head, I think this is a code cracker.
What?
The two different things,
Okay.
Rob. I think that is something that boys should aim for. Boys
Yeah,
should
I
go.
agree.
Boys should go. Okay, I think a lot about fantasy football. What's the
No,
opposite?
fantasy football's not cool for either.
I agree.
You can't compare Grease Lightning
I
to
know.
fucking
You're right.
fantasy football.
You're right. Well, so they go.
The
oh,
real
I care
pussy
a lot about,
wagon.
I'm
What
a
is it?
firefighter.
Maybe his team is called the Pussy Wagons or something. Like what? That's not
How about this? I'm a firefighter.
okay. That's
right?
hot.
That's a thing.
Firefighter poetry. My friend, beautiful woman from my town.
Uh-huh.
That's her boyfriend now. And
Firefighter
I'm like, this is
poetry.
what you deserve.
That's a man because you say
Hot,
he's
very
a
hot.
firefighter and he does this.
And he's poetry.
If you're able to describe your boyfriend, he's this and he does that.
Hot, very hot.
That's all you need.
Masculine side that's not like weird and creepy, and then in touch with some introspection or artistic side. Really, very, very hot.
That's it.
I know.
You could be ugly as could be.
Yeah,
Have
learn.
no money.
Everybody got to learn. Danny Zuko and Troy Bolton. Learn from them.
Wow. This is beautiful, Rob.
Yeah.
There's not a single person that I think every hot man fits into this category.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of them. That's why actors are hot.
I mean, what?
Because actors do it all in one.
Well, you see
You see
it.
they act and pretend to be the edgy side.
Yes.
But in reality, they're these soft, emotional, introspective.
They pretend to be this edgy side.
Yes.
I know. That's why his actors are sneaky.
Yes.
Because they're not
they
really
do it all
that.
at once. Yeah, exactly.
They're not real. You got to
Yeah.
be careful.
Danny Zuko's hotter than John Travolta.
We
By a
did
long
not
shot.
say John Travolta for a reason, Rob.
Troy Bolton hotter than Zac Efron.
We did not say Troy. Yes, because we did
Yeah.
not bring them up for a reason.
Yeah, 100%.
We said the characters.
Yeah.
I did not say the guy who plays Jess.
Yeah,
Right?
of
We're bringing
course.
up these characters.
Yes, exactly.
Because actors inherently, once you get to know them,
They're
are
all
hot.
kind of, it's illusion,
It is.
the two sides.
And that's why people went nuts for someone that had a hobby and was also an actor.
Yes.
That's why people go nuts for that.
well, yeah. Yeah.
Wow. So you just need to have a masculine hobby and then a sensitive hobby.
Yeah.
I think that every hot character does that.
Yes.
Right? Even Tony Soprano.
I mean, yeah, therapy. Or
Therapy!
ducks. Or feeding ducks.
Or the
Mob
ducks.
shit and ducks.
Mob shit and ducks.
Yeah.
I mean, he's...
Well, I think Gandolfini was also hot because he was that. I think he had both sides.
Yeah, he
too.
did. And that's, because he has that Italian energy.
Yeah.
That this is what Italian men are. People find attractive.
Yes.
But they forget about that other side.
They do forget. A lot of them more recently forget a lot.
1,000%.
And this is the other news. Social media is not artistic or introspective the way that you guys use it. You aren't Gandolfini because you do your fucking Goomba accent on Instagram Reels. I'm sorry. You're not the modern Gandolfini. You're not the modern Christopher. Look at fucking Imperioli's Instagram. He's all about his Buddhist stuff. He's all about his healing. He's got restaurants.
He's beautiful.
Yes, exactly.
He's beautiful.
Whatever the fuck. He does
love
not,
him.
Yes.
Inherently a not good-looking guy.
I can't unsee it. He's beautiful. There's no planet I could tell you that he's not a good-looking guy.
I mean, I just want to give
Who doesn't think
hope.
he's good-looking?
Exactly. Because you're blind.
Because you know it. You know the personality. Yeah.
I think that, but I'm trying to give guys hope.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm trying to give them hope.
Yeah.
I mean, of course you can't unsee it. I remember I was going out with someone, and she goes, "You think I'm as beautiful as you first saw me?" I go, "I have no idea. I'm so into you, I could never unsee how beautiful you are."
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes. That's nice when you feel that way.
Like I sometimes would wonder, is she beautiful? No, I wouldn't wonder that. I would just go, I wonder. I just can't unsee you.
I agree. It's nice when you feel that way.
When to be so attractive to someone as a person that you can't even unsee them.
Yeah, I agree.
That's the
dream.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
to be like, I don't even know what you look like because I love your soul so much.
Yeah, I've been there, but not in a healthy way.
Not in a healthy way. I mean, I guess for me, there's two things is a nice realization. Or it's nice to articulate it that way.
Yes.
It's a nice articulation. Anyways, I was on...
So Summer Lovin' happened so fast.
So I was on... this is embarrassing. I'm Googling... Why do summer flings happen? Why do summer loving happen?
Yes.
Very embarrassing to be looking at scientific sources to figure out why love is more popular in the summertime.
Yeah, people are out.
Well, the reason that the science found was that people meet more people because they go places where they can meet people.
In the summer.
You meet more people because you're at places you can meet more people. And I'm like, how could I not do this by myself? How could I not do this scientific research alone?
Yeah, I feel like camp is like a horny place. People go to sleepaway camp, and you're around people, and it's like not school. School is so rigid.
Well, that's what they...
But people... And during school, you meet people.
Well, during summer... One, they were saying for like, I was looking at the 25 and older category. Okay. Just so you know, because they broke it up into.
All right. So people even 25 and older meet more people in the summer.
Yes.
Oh, that makes more sense.
You go to places, even as an adult in the summertime, where you just meet new people.
You're invited to places.
You're more like, oh, it's a nice day. I should go to this event.
Yes.
And that's why summer love happens more frequently, is because you just meet more people. So if you want love in any time, you could just go to places where you meet people.
I know this.
I know you know this, Rob.
I used to go out almost every weekend. So you just go out a lot. You meet a berserk amount of people, especially in New York City.
But I think it's like.
But that's like the weather used to not affect my going out.
Well, I think this is just advice for people.
But that is good advice.
That like people need to hear. It goes, how do I meet more people? I don't know. Go to people places.
That's what people need to. They need to hear that.
You're never gonna believe this, Rob. I went to places where people are, and I found this person.
Mutual friends, or even you go places with your friends.
I found the person at a place.
It's so easy to meet if you're in a city.
Yeah,
I think.
But I think even in the summer in non-cities, there's events.
Yes.
Is what the thing is.
There's fairs, gatherings.
Yes, parades.
You're right. Go to the stuff.
Go to the stuff. I think, and I think there's more events in the summer, so then you get to mingle with more people.
I know. They're trying to get you to have no friends and just become married to an AI. So fight back. Send this podcast to a man so he learns about the two things. And the making out and the juke jam.
The juke jam.
Make them learn about that, and then also just go out.
And you know
in
what?
The
might
summer,
because
a lot of men right now are fucking crazy.
Well, you know what I've seen online? It's like if you want to meet someone, go someplace not a bar. Go to that other hobby, that other interest.
Yes, 100%.
But you can't force it. You can't fake it. Like you can't be like. You
don't want to put it all on that.
Yeah, you gotta go to pottery class because you like making the pots.
Yes, exactly.
Not because you want to hook up.
Yes, and then hopefully somebody, you meet someone, but you gotta like the actual thing.
Yes.
But do more things. Go out to places. Go to birthday parties. Go to the beach.
Of course.
Approach people.
You meet people. How do you meet a new person? You go places where you meet people.
It's bleak. I think just the state of the division of men and women right now is very sad.
Yeah.
But
I agree. But it's nice to like articulate those things out loud. That's like
100%.
why it's like good to have other hobbies and stuff. You know, Rob?
Yeah, I'm talking to my friend at work, or like my friends at work. 2 of them are gonna go out, and they were like, "We're gonna be each other's wingman." And
these are men,
man and woman.
Okay.
And
I guess your voice encapsulated that because it did feel very
both.
It felt rocket powery. It almost felt like the twins from Pokemon.
Okay.
The voice that you use.
So
you are
ambiguous,
you
androgynous.
It's the perfect blend of the two. So thank you. Please go on.
And the guys were like talking about going out dancing, and the guy's like, "I don't dance." And I'm like, "What are you trying to meet people at the dance venue if you don't dance? Like, what? That's not." You gotta dance then, or don't go somewhere to dancey, or like don't go to a bar. I don't dance. I'm like, what do you think? You're gonna meet somebody in the corner like this? It's like, what are we doing?
People are so forgiving about dancing too.
Oh, 100%.
People are just like, I don't care what you dance like, just have fun.
Yes.
It's literally one of the things that people are so forgiving. Just as long as you're having fun, that's great for us.
I dance to the lyrics, as we know. I don't actually know how to dance. I just reenact. I act out whatever the lyrics are.
Which is incredible.
Yeah.
And are you having fun?
Of course.
And then it translates.
It does translate very well. Especially back in the day, I used to know a lot of the lyrics of Bieber songs. Bieber was playing everywhere. I'm doing my whole performance out at the bar. It was great. It always works.
I think that people
don't want
to look stupid.
Yes.
That's what
you look stupid, and then it allows other people to look stupid.
You know who looks stupid in a club?
Yes. 100%.
The person on their phone in the
You
club.
can literally just also pick one body part and just move that.
And
you could choose shoulders. You could choose elbows. You could choose knees.
Well, here's the
You could choose feet.
Yeah, remember that song back in the day, head, shoulders, knees, and toes?
You only have to choose one and just do that, and then you're dancing a little bit.
And it's stressful to go up to someone and ask them to dance. I understand that. So you know what you do? You dance alone.
You got to dance with your friends, I think.
Well,
or alone, like
you
alone,
don't. You dance like in a
don't come
circle.
off because men, the way they dance is just put their hands on a woman's hips.
Yeah, that's why I'm
you
saying.
Don't want to do that.
You could just, if you're like, I feel nervous to approach someone.
Let them approach you.
Just start boogieing.
Yes.
If you're going like this, and you're boogieing, I guarantee you within 5 minutes
somebody will come up. Yeah.
It doesn't matter who, romantic or not, someone's gonna start boogieing with you.
Absolutely.
In just a fun, playful way.
Yeah.
Was my advice more. Because if your friend's off dancing with a girl and your other friend is with someone and you're like, what do I do? Because I've been in that situations. You kind of just dance. You get a little boogie going. You get a little this and then all of a sudden
having fun.
You're in a circle with someone and then you get a ride home from the club. You go, what's happening?
Yeah, exactly. Which is fun.
Yeah.
So this Memorial Day weekend, it was nice. It was nice that a lot of people from New Jersey.
Memorial Day?
Yeah, it was good. I went outside. I played outside, which is what I wanted to do.
That's good. I had a great Memorial Day weekend, too.
That's good.
I'm happy we both had a good start to the summer.
Yes.
Go ahead.
It was nice. I did things I wanted to do. But I'm on Instagram, and this girl I went to high school with posts like a Jersey Club remix to a song that I like.
Okay.
And it sent me down a rabbit hole. I went down like a 48 rabbit hole where all I did was listen to Jersey Club music.
Like fist bumping techno?
No. Well, no.
Okay.
So as Jersey Club music, I don't know if people know, it's like a beat. So there's different beats, I guess, that are unique to different areas of the country. And just like even the world, I guess, different, like Bad Bunny has a lot of different rhythms that are like unique to Puerto Rico on his new album.
Sure.
So like New Orleans has bounce music. We'll say like Houston has chopped and screwed. They really like bring the beat down to 70 beats per minute. New Jersey, I believe it got popular in the 90s, but like I know it like 2009, Ride That Wave, Sexy Walk. These songs came out that have like a very specific beat. I'll play. So this is the beat. And you can pretty much just put this beat in any song. Like it's like you'll put it in like a hip hop R&B song and you kind of just can have that beat. You can always come back to that beat. I guess throughout the DJ set. It's called Jersey club music. It's it's not like Avicii or like these like techno songs. It's not
Jersey Shore dancing.
Not Jersey Shore fist bumping music. It's like a specific beat that I guess is just, I think it's unique to Newark or Jersey City, that it like kind of came about in the 90s and then had this big boom in 2009. I Just Want to Rock is probably the most famous.
Cool. Yes, people know that song.
Yes, Lil Uzi Vert, I Just Want to Rock. Bad Bunny had a song that came out, Where She Goes, recently, that uses Jersey Club like in the chorus, I want to say. But it brought me down this rabbit hole of like all these songs that I like, and I love this beat. It's like something that I remember from growing up. And I guess I didn't really realize that it was so unique to New Jersey. I think it had to be popular in the city at the time. I don't know. I got to ask somebody who's more in the scene that would be like going to underground rap show or like stuff like that, or dance parties. Like
I was going to college bars.
Yeah, that are playing like Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, I mean, no, we were playing hip. I would go to Yonkers a bunch.
Okay.
But they weren't playing that.
Really?
They were playing Yonkers hip hop.
Okay. So then, yeah, maybe it wasn't as big. Like it didn't travel that far.
Also, New York is so crazy that you go to Yonkers and they're like, we play Yonkers music,
which is cool. Like Queens, there's Queens artists, and like Brooklyn. So this was, I guess, some level of contribution to that scene.
Yeah.
Was this Jersey club, and you would have just a lot of remixes and like.
Sure.
But it brought me back. There was these kids I went to high school with, I played soccer with, that they were the best athletes in my school.
Incredible.
And they were also really, really good at dancing to Jersey club music. And we would have Jersey club music on like our like pregame soccer playlist that we would play over the loudspeaker, and then we would be dancing. I've talked about this on the pod before about like dancing on the team and everything. And it just brought me back to being like how cool it is to know how to dance really well.
It's so cool.
And I'm like, it's weird. It doesn't feel like in certain cultures, it is cool. Like, I think it's cool in Latin American cultures. I think it's cool, in black culture to be able to dance well. I think it's cool in like other parts of the world. It's cool to be able to dance well. But for some reason, like this white American culture, there's not much of like dancing is seen as almost like feminine, or like it's not masculine to be a good dancer. And I'm like, it is literally so hot to be good at dancing.
When I was a kid, my mom taught me the cha-cha. She goes, you need to learn one move.
Yeah. You need.
When I was like 7, she was like, you got to know how to do
like
this.
It's weird, the social construct, I guess, of like it's seen as feminine, I guess, to be good at dancing.
I guess
but not really. These people will fuck you up. My friends that I grew up with, and they were like, I was like, damn, I wish I could fucking just drop into the rhythm like that. Of like, they were really good at dancing Jersey club music.
Well,
and I knew it. I would practice. I don't know, not Jersey club music came about like 2009, ride that wave, and it's just like, we have a dance to it, and I'm like, damn.
Well,
I wish I was practicing dancing more.
I think that people in like cultures would like play music and they dance at parties, like small backyard gatherings. They'll be dancing, and everybody
outside. Comes together and party.
I think that is part of it. It's that
which is,
and as an Italian kid, we never were dancing at parties.
I know, we should have been. We did. We had
sang.
That. Singing, that's true.
We would like stop the music and people would individually sing or play guitar and sing.
Yeah, maybe a little dancing.
Yeah, there was some dancing, I guess. My people would get up and dance as my cousins would play music, and we'd.
Yeah.
So I guess that is something.
I wish that it was more part of like American culture, but American culture is funneling money to rich people. So there's no real American culture. But I wish in the culture, I guess in New York, there's some level of a culture of dancing. Not, I would say, in Midtown.
That's not
or like
culture,
in the city.
Rob.
Yeah, in Manhattan at this point.
I think Midtown was never a culture. It was, you know?
But just like really good athletes also being really good dancers.
Well, they're good with their bodies.
Yes, exactly.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
They're good with
the
their
body
bodies.
control, and it's so impressive when somebody's such a really good dancer, and it's really hard to be a really good dancer.
It is very impressive.
Yeah. So it's just strange to me that it's not. I was thinking about that too. That I'm like, it was so cool. I'm like, I wish I could fucking dance to this Jersey club music.
Yeah.
I would look so cool. There's no I don't know. There's nothing I could do to look cooler than being a good dancer.
So what are you gonna do
to certain beats? I don't know. I was gonna practice. I used to be able to sexy walk. So sexy walk was like a very popular Jersey club
TikTok.
song. Yeah, now they do. So I think this rhythm is popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
But and that has become a little bit like the TikTok kids.
Dance.
It was masculine to dance.
Yes.
Like all those Bryce Hall people and whatever, but they weren't even that good.
No, I mean none of there was a big portion of TikTok dancers. Charlie D'Amelio's not a good dancer, and that's what she got famous for.
And they were stealing a lot of, I feel like, black dances.
Well, they was from creators
and beats and rhythms
that was well known.
Yeah.
I mean, people do that constantly still, Rob.
Yeah.
And they did it in the past. They'll continue to do it.
Yeah.
It's just good to give credits.
Yeah, for sure.
Where people steal from.
Yeah.
It is funny when I see a video that's going viral and it makes its way up the progression of more influency type person doing that same trend.
Yeah. It's weird because there's no way for that original person to get
zero
paid for the imprints that they created.
But
which is the wild, wild west.
At the end of the day, like if everyone made money, then it would just be you're creating for fun, and they're losing out.
Yes,
because they're creating for money.
Yeah,
and you're creating to be creative.
Yeah,
which is the joy of creating.
100%.
And someone that's just stealing content isn't experiencing that joy.
Yeah, you're right.
So they are losing in a lot of ways.
Still too much. That pisses me off. It pisses me off that they get too much because they feel the cloud and they
don't care about creating.
Like they're doing something, and I'm like, you're doing nothing.
A real creative person loves creating.
Yes, I know.
They love being in the moment, in that flow state.
Yes,
when they are creating.
But I wanted to put people on to Jersey club music because it's fun. And I had this revelation that maybe the rest of the world doesn't really know about it.
I didn't know about it.
Yeah, the people that I work with, like they knew about it, nice. But they
From
are
TikTok.
young. Yeah, or the people know, I guess, that like I Just Want to Rock is Jersey Club, or like Where She Goes, Bad Bunny. So there are super popular Jersey Club songs.
I Just Want to Rock is a huge internet song.
Yes,
massive.
That beat
Still,
is Jersey Club
to this day.
Yes, and it's every like sporting event.
Yes,
they play it. Which is funny, they play this, you know, the Bad Bunny song, Nueva York.
Yeah.
The new New York song that they're playing everywhere. They're playing it in all the other NBA stadiums, too.
Really?
Yeah, which is funny to me. Because it's just like the new popular Bad Bunny song.
Interesting.
But
I'm like, no idea.
I wonder if, because OKC, I'm watching the game, and they're playing that song.
Oh.
Which is like, you need to spend the summer in New York if you want to have fun. Like, those are the lyrics.
Well, this is it. This is why we should have never invented the tri-state.
I know. Well, I'm like, I hope the Knicks make the finals, and it'll be funny to me if the Knicks are in OKC and they're playing the New York song.
Oh.
Like, to hype them up. I'm like, you got to probably cut that from the playlist.
Definitely.
OKC. Like, which I'm cool. Play Bad Bunny everywhere. And obviously the sentiment and the feeling, people rap about New York, and we were in Portugal and they're playing Empire State of Mind. Every other bar. Yeah. So it's kind of that phenomenon with this Bad Bunny song. But the Knicks are still in the playoffs.
No, I know.
So, which I was like, what's
it's
going
your rival
on?
Right now.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, it was fun. I would listen to probably 8 hours of Jersey club music this weekend, just walking around.
What a great way to celebrate.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
And it made me wish I could dance better because it makes you want to dance so bad. Or like go to a DJ set where they just play my songs that I like with Jersey club in the back.
That's incredible.
So I'm sure I could find it. Yeah.
Yeah, you should dance in the mirror.
I have a mirror. I might start dancing in the mirror.
Is he a coward? Will he post it?
No, I'll post it if people want.
Will he post a video of him dancing in the mirror?
Let's do it.
Will he post a video of him dancing in the mirror?
Yeah.
I had a good weekend too.
Nice.
It was really. I didn't get to say this earlier, but I got to slow down and I needed it so much.
That's
Rob.
good.
That is the one thing. Getting out of town, my friends is like I went to see my friends. It was nice to slow down.
Yeah. You need a break.
I need a break.
You gotta just give yourself a break here.
And I got a break there.
Yeah.
I had to travel somewhere to get a break, which is sick.
Because you mentally can't give yourself a break here.
I can't give myself a break.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out.
Even like a couple people texting me or email me stuff. I was like, I'll figure this out when I get back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just because there's no boundaries with the job I have, you know?
Yes.
Like someone's emailing me about scheduling some stuff. I'm like,
yeah.
Whoa. You know?
Yeah.
It was so nice to have a break.
That's good.
And I was
That's
like,
good to remember and feel.
It was great, Rob.
Yeah.
But I want to share some fun things that happened on the trip. Saw a local parade I want to talk about, a candy shop interaction, a musician. I'll talk about it on the Patreon.
Okay.
But it was I had a lot of fun.
Okay, beautiful.
Cool. Well, thank you all for sharing. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
No. subscribe to the Patreon, comment, share with a friend, listen to some Jersey Club music.
Yeah, that's beautiful. I hope that you're all having a beautiful week. Yeah, share the podcast. Beautiful, Robbie. Hit the music.